Not quite as smooth as I had hoped, but welcome to New Book Who Dis. I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me is the ComicsGuey. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice!
One and done.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having us, dude.
Get in the show now.
No, we gotta sell a book.
Hell yeah. Thank you all for coming to hang out. Normally, I usually have like one creator coming to hang out on this show, so I am excited to have all of you come and talk about this really unique project. Oh, shit.
Hang on. Get it all out, dude. Get it all out. Release that.
Is that your voice now, or is it the microphone, Luke?
Oh, hang on. Let me check. Oh, you know what? Hang on.
How's everybody?
Good.
Tired. I just got off of work.
Tired, yeah.
Got off of work? Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Camera, audio. Oh, yeah, it's using my webcam. Here we go.
Oh,
Is that better? Do I sound better now?
Yeah.
Sultry.
Beautiful.
Oh.
That old Barry
See,
White
what you were
smoothness
supposed to
going.
hear when we opened up is, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of New Book Who Dis.
Oh shit.
I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me is the ComicsGuey. Thank you guys for coming to hang out, seriously. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, and Oliver, I appreciate you pointing out that my microphone sounded like shit. The last time I was on a show on Topic List, nobody told me my microphone sounded like shit until much later. What's up, Awasi?
What up, boy?
Welcome,
What's
dude.
going on?
Thanks for coming to hang out, brother.
Ollie's that good friend that will let you know you got something funky in your teeth.
Hell yeah, that's good people.
man.
That's the kind of people you want to have around.
Yeah,
You know?
a little mocha right there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You got something in your teeth, homie. Before you go smiling at that girl over there, just make sure you clean that shit out. Okay, yeah.
Clean your shit out.
Everyone's on camera.
Speaking of smiling at that girl over there, hey, you beautiful Skull. Thank you for coming to hang out, Flying Feline. Appreciate you.
Tokame.
Hail Tokame. Thank you for coming to hang out, brother.
What up?
Appreciate you. 656. Yeah. 80s made. Welcome, brother. Thank you.
How's it going?
Thank you.
We're gonna hang out with him later on tonight. So.
Oh, hell yeah. That's going to be a good show. You know, if you got insomnia and you pay attention to this indie comic scene we got going on here, there is oodles and oodles of entertainment to be had. I always ask, they always say I sound good. Not always the case. Yeah. So you need to find yourself an Oliver so you can so you sound good.
Always keeping it real, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, gentlemen. What are you reading right now? You know, just to start things off. I realize you guys are all in creation mode. So I mean, do you read while you're in creation mode, or is it just nose to the grindstone?
So we had to get the inspiration flowing.
Right. Sales and development playbook. All right, boy, looking outside the box.
You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing, man. I'm always trying to improve, always trying to self-improve.
Yeah.
And I personally do not read much, especially when I am writing. And I'll tell you guys why.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to be influenced by what I'm reading, right? Because it might be like a subconsciously, I might end up, swiping from what I'm reading or a storyline. So I actually develop the story, and while I'm writing, that's it. No reading for me, except for bullshit like this.
Right.
In my situation, I don't care. I'm a DJ. I sample.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
And currently, dude, I'm reading. The hype right now.
Shonen Jump. All right. So
Okay,
look at you. You both are bringing up manga. Okay. See, I just had Irene on, and we were talking manga. I mean, so B-Rose has got the Shonen app on his phone, so you're constantly checking out the competition. You constantly seeing what's going on.
I've been heavily inspired by manga, even in my own works.
Yeah.
It's never ending. It's never stopping.
Oh, Berserk. Yes, my dude. I just got. Hang on.
R.I.P. Miura.
Leave it up to me to get the big black edition.
Oh, shit.
Hang on.
I'm getting those though. I see sooner or later.
You're getting, bro. They're fucking amazing, bro.
Ollie, what is that?
I want the Hellsing one and the Blade of
There it
the
is.
Immortal collection.
Damn. That's a thick book.
That's a
Though
thick boy.
I will be perfectly honest, I have never read it. That's why I bought this.
Yeah, it was a short. We're twinning, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Solid chunk O book right there.
That's
And I
a
mean
thick boy.
and it looks good on the shelf,
you,
right?
you want to see a thick boy? Hold on. I'll be back.
Don't stand up. Don't stand up.
Oliver's like, hold my beer. Hold my beer. But yeah. No, so okay. This is an interesting thing. So looking at the book, and we're gonna get more into the book, but we're talking about influence right now. We're talking about things that you love. You guys just brought up manga. I stopped paying attention to manga and anime like around like 2000, 2001, right? So
You missed
it
a
is
lot, bro.
right. I've missed a lot. Oh, look at that chunky motherfucker.
Oh.
Oliver coming in
just
with
got
something
that
that
one
I wasn't
too,
even
huh?
expecting.
God damn,
Dude, that book is as big as your goddamn torso. Holy
Go
shit.
somewhere with it.
But
Oh,
man,
it's so purty though.
awesome, man.
Yo,
Bro,
you
you
can't
can't clothesline
you can't-
somebody with that book.
You can't walk out with that shit because it is considered a lethal weapon.
Right?
Dude,
You can beat somebody to death with that thing.
My bro, dude, went to the PO box to pick it up, and he crossed the border over here.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys at the what do you call it? Yeah, the crossing over here, the
border?
military, they were
Customs?
yeah, customs, yeah, the Mexican customs. Those are worse guys. So yeah, they were like puzzled by this. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Oh, it's a book.
It's a book.
Really? Wow.
What do you mean? What the fuck is this? It's a book.
Look
It's a
at this,
comic
man. Look
book.
at this.
Seriously. Oh, dude. And see, that's the thing. At that size, that's a 1-to-1.
Look at it. I mean,
Holy shit,
fuck,
dude.
man.
It's fucking
You
beautiful.
probably
man.
thought you
It really
caved in a
is.
big old hole to transport a kilo.
Yeah. Enough.
Right?
Enough of McFarlane, man.
Yeah.
It's about weight.
He's like, okay,
Coming
I've
weight.
flossed enough.
Definitely not as
I'm
big.
done now. You know,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
done now. Yeah.
But that is
Big damn Sim City book. See, I didn't realize it was going to be that
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
stream. Really?
Definitely not as lengthwise as Ollie's, but this thing is girthy.
We'll compare in size.
Like-
It's a toad.
Boom.
Bro, you could drop this on a small animal or a child, and it's
Yo,
Or a child.
if anybody were to hear this conversation without the images for context,
Mhm.
you know,
Just
that-
listening along, yeah, it'd be pretty fucked up.
the fuck are these guys sharing on stream here? You know,
Yeah.
this is blacker than yours. Like, goddamn.
Make you go over to the video like, what the fuck?
I would need a special bookshelf for this book only, dude.
yeah. You need a dolly. to
Where do you
carry that
keep
thing
it?
around and shit.
It's in the shipping
fat
box.
job.
I keep it up on top of my arcade, man. That's the only place I have safe for that fucking book.
Silver says, Ollie looking like a Warhammer Dwarf King with the Book of Grudges over there.
That shit is so big
Nice.
it could double as a poster. I would legitimately just make a custom made shelf and put it on the wall.
I mean,
No
11
shit,
by
yeah.
17.
You know?
I mean, when you stop and think about it, that's a comic book page. That's what we work at. 11 by
Yeah.
17. That's the standard traditional size and whatnot. I mean, putting a book like that. I mean, if you get one of those sleeves, the book of sleeves, like you put pages in or whatnot, and you use that as like a coffee table, because that's what I have like my 11 by 17 prints in. And I'll have that to thumb through. You know, it keeps them nice and pristine.
Like
I
a
can look
portfolio, like a binder, or
Yeah, like a binder, you know,
okay.
like the things you can get at Hobby Lobby or
all right.
you know Michaels or whatnot. You know, I put my prints in there so it keeps them nice, you know, instead of just like a loose stack, and because I don't have space on the walls. But yeah, I mean, if you think about it, 11 by 17 as a book, that's a lot of paper, and that's a large area. So yeah, damn that book.
damn shit.
You took down a small section of forest just to make that fucking book.
Small section, exactly.
For one
Mowed
book
down
only,
an
man.
entire generation of buns.
They could have either
that
built a
book.
house or a book, and they chose.
Yeah. They said, "Fuck it, we're doing Spider."
I mean, but to be fair, it's Todd McFarlane. So, all right, looking at this, the logo of the book reminds me of a shonen. Now, you guys showed me initially. B Rose is looking at the shonen app, and Oliver's got Chainsaw Man. You know, I mean, we're all pulling out manga. Excuse me. So what is the influence of traditional American comics, Marvel, DC versus manga when it comes to what you guys read as kids? Because to me, it seems like you guys got like this fucking amazing cross section of both worlds. So
I can start with me, man. My first
go for it.
So like my first introduction to anything animation, be it Japanese or otherwise, was Dragon Ball Z, actually.
Right on.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm 32, 90s baby. I was born in January 1990. So like.
Oh shit! You started out the fucking decade.
Like,
all right.
That's it. Like I launched the 90s.
Uh huh. I mean, I crashed the comic book industry August of '83, or not the comic book industry, the video game industry, August of '83. So yeah. Continue.
So for me, look, it was a weird mix, man. So my first influence into anything animation or cartoon or whatever was Dragon Ball Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
From there, I got a little older, picked up some X-Force, some X-Men, and it was like my introduction was the animated series. That's really what kept me on it. I didn't start actually buying religiously comic books until I was in my early 20s.
Right. Okay.
Right? But while I was doing that, I was also buying manga. So I think just the influence from comic book and my dog is getting over here.
Now, did you start buying manga earlier than you did?
Same time.
Same time. Okay.
Same time.
So it was just it was the same thing. Yeah.
Yep. So the influence is like it's 50-50, right? I would buy more manga than I would comics, but it's a 50-50 Capricorn. Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So yeah, for me it's 50-50, man, and that's why I think in a lot of my storytelling you can see that it might look like a comic book, but the story lines lean more manga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
hey, that's where the story's at right now. So I mean, to me, it seems like you got a little bit of a cutting edge there. And again, like I said, I dropped out on this shit like 20 fucking years ago. But I doesn't mean I haven't been reading anything. I've been reading what good comics I could find. I mean, and I try to keep them around. Maybe there's a bunch over here that you can't see, but novels, seeking out good story, constantly seeking out good story, being widely read. That was one of the things I was talking with Irene about just a little bit ago. When you're creating, one must be widely read. You gotta draw from a bunch of different influence. You gotta know what's out there, so you don't copy one, and so you have a concept of the world. Have a concept of story, have a concept of how things function, concept of the rules.
And I think that's another,
at least in my opinion.
I think that's another plus from manga too, because it's just not one. It's not stuck in a box with just one genre or one demographic. It is extremely versatile, and it goes through every single facet. You got josei, shonen, and then you got stories like
fucking
Monster,
cooking mangas.
which are
Yeah.
come on, Bonnie. So down.
Look.
Yeah, comic books are
so we
dominated.
know where Juan's mind is at.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
Right. We all know where what dominates comic books. It's superhero. It's capes and tights, right?
It's
what
cape shit.
dominates
Yeah.
the comic
Well, I mean,
book industry.
when you say comic book, what is the main image that gets conjured? Superman, right?
Superman, Batman, Spider-Man.
Superman, Batman, exactly. Cape shit. Comics is so much more. And manga is perfect evidence of that.
Yeah, when I was growing up and I got the influence from Western comics, it wasn't when I first started out, it wasn't this tight stuff. So it was like weird jacked up shit like R. Crumb and then Ninja Turtles and then
shit.
across like Weasley, right?
So you came at it from a fucking underground perspective.
Yeah.
Like R. Crumb and Ninja Turtles. Like that's pure black and white, like underground shit, dude.
Yeah. And then as a kid too, so it was like shit you're not supposed to come across. And then now I think about it too, along with Bisley, there was like the heavy metal, so I was more inspired by like without even knowing it till way like later down the road, the UK invasion actually inspired me more than like other stuff. And then I came across like anime a little later into like my young adulthood, and like for you see like it was Dragon Ball. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is cool,
right?
Then,
it's fun shit. It's an adventure.
Yeah, right. It was just cool character, doing little rip-off characters of him, or thinking like monkey characters were cool. And then I would chill and watch Sailor Moon with my sister, and I'm like, all right, some weird shit, but this is cool. And then later on, accidentally came across Dragon Ball Z when Piccolo was fighting. Who's the guy? We were showing clips of that
Last
the other day.
time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. And I didn't know what the hell it was. It was still an anime, like all Japanese. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Saw Piccolo. I was like, this dude looks badass. Like, I like this character. And then figured it out. And then when I got older and was able to afford, buying my own comics and shit, then started dabbling a little bit of manga. I'm still not like too crazy in it, but I do love like, a lot of styles. So like this guy's one of my favorite artists because his style is not even it's not even like your legit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like typical like manga style. Like
mainstream manga.
Right.
No?
Yeah, it's almost like kind of that French style too. You know what I'm saying? European style, but then
absolutely that totally leans into some of the album type art that they do over there, like the European. I don't know. It seems to me. I mean, and this is coming from somebody that hasn't paid attention to like manga forever, and just comparing it to what I know of the European market. Places where they read more, where they have mass transit, because over in Japan they have mass transit, the trains. People have time, so they've got this volume that they sit down and read. That's why the spines are very popular. Over in Europe they have trains as well. So they have the albums that have chunks of story, and they come out twice a year, 3 times a year, maybe 4 times a year, and it's a chunk of story. That seems to be the more sustainable way to do stories, and from what I can tell, that seems to be what you guys mostly have grown up on. That's what you're used to, and that's fucking awesome. It's a different type of storytelling too, different format. They will use that space differently than we do over here than we do over here in America. It's
America.
We have a certain style that we like to do over here, and we kind of stick to it. I'm just saying. Woo! God. You know what? I went over to fucking Holland in 2009, and we went to the store. And do you know what they call Cool Ranch Doritos over in Holland?
Oh, shit.
What is it? What?
Cool Americans. My entire country boiled down to fucking ranch dressing. I will never fucking understand this country's obsession with ranch dressing. I just want to fucking get that out there. That is something that has bothered me since 2009. Just want to.
You're not the only
throw
one.
That out there. Oh shit.
Scary times.
So, I love the fact that it's such different influences that are making indie comics now. When I was working at the comic shop for the 7 years that I was there, for the most part, nobody was looking for manga. But the last year and a half, I guess it was, people came in and that's what they were looking for. They were specifically asking for manga. So somewhere along the line, the storyline switched, or the attention switched. And that's where the stories are at now. I mean, that's which one was it? Was it Goblin Slayer, Demon Slayer, one of the
What year was that?
Huh?
What year was that? I could probably pinpoint what series.
It was one of the most recent year. It was like last year or something like that.
Last year?
One volume of this book outsold the entire American comic book industry.
Yeah, it was Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Okay. Demon Slayer. Okay. I wasn't sure which one it was. But it's amazing to me that's where the story is. That's what people are interested in, and it was a slow trickle in. So I think it's awesome that that's where the influence is coming from, and it's evident in the book. So let me actually go ahead and bring up the book. Now, Juan, you've been kind of quiet there. Oh, do you have anything? Do you have anything you want to say?
Who, me?
Yeah, you quiet up
no,
there. Do you want to talk about your influences, like where you coming from, the things that got you into comics? Like,
I was just gonna say that I think it's pretty interesting that Oasi was saying that he grew up with like Dragon Ball Z, and because he's a '90s baby, and I guess I was born in '98, so I guess that makes me a 2000s kid or something. But I also grew up with Dragon Ball Z because they would show it on TV like when I was a child, and I grew up with a lot of anime actually, but I didn't realize it was like anything different from, I don't know, The Simpsons or Tom and Jerry or any other
Exactly.
cartoon. You know, I didn't know
Exactly.
it was. I didn't know what anime was. You know, until I was a lot of older. And actually, I used to hate all the otakus. All the weebs. We call them otakus.
Yeah, well, I
here.
mean that's
used to
understandable.
hate
A
them.
lot of them smell very funny.
Yeah. I used
You
to
know,
hate
they're
them a lot.
averse to
I'm
bathing.
even-
That's
I'm
always
with
my
you.
problem.
Even
I used to
weebs
avoid all
hate
that
other
shit.
weebs.
And but like once I got into comics and I got into the art. To be honest, I only buy comics to look at the art. I don't think I read the stories that much. And
Okay.
I was buying a lot of comics this past couple of years that I was working, you know, with Brian and all of these guys, you know, because I want all that influence, like you were saying. So I was buying a lot of comics. And I actually noticed that in my country, for like the first time, they started selling manga in like the bookstores and like newsstands and stuff like that. So for me, that was like the first time I bought manga, because I don't think before that. It has to be because of the popularity of manga and anime worldwide. It has to be because of that.
What year was that you first saw it available to buy easily?
It was when I started drawing Dwarves versus Lion, which was my very
Okay.
first comic. I think that was 2019.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
actually, I
so
started to
fairly
see,
recently.
I started to see like all the mangas in the bookstores. And actually, the reason why I started to buy manga was because I always knew that manga had really cool fight scenes, and I thought that that was going to be really useful for Dwarves versus Lion. And the reason why I started to buy manga was
Research.
because
Yes,
I wanted to
sir.
copy some of the fight scenes. And actually, like I remember when we were promoting that book, we were showing a couple of panels, and I was saying, "Yeah, I stole that from Naruto or some manga that I bought," you know. So
Right.
I think that's all
Well, I
where
mean,
it all
hey,
started.
that's what good artists do. We steal, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
We
hold on.
wear our
hold on.
influences on our sleeve.
Peep this.
What?
Another book for you guys.
Steal like an artist. That's
a
right.
good-
It's
That's
a
a
good
good
book.
one. Man.
It's a good
I
book.
read that
And
one. It's pretty badass.
Alex in the comics is completely right. I was hating, but now I'm a total whip.
He's a total
man.
weeb. Hey, listen, story that people follow story, and as somebody that I've been reading comics since I was like 3 years old. I couldn't even read comics. Like my dad introduced me to Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and Batman. Those were like my first 3 comic books. You know, and I couldn't read them. I was interested in what they were saying, so my mom was teaching me how to read with flashcards. Anyway, they've been a part of my life for so long, and I've watched this industry change. I've watched the story change. I've watched the attention change, and the attention of the audience always goes where the story is. And if you look at the history of comics in general, including indie comics, because there's always for every age of comics there has always been an underground comics. R. Crumb, like our boy Rich was talking about back in the 60s, you know, 70s, and as well you've got the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, you know.
The whole Zap
There's always
Comics
been
crew.
like right.
Yeah,
The Comics Authority was created to take out EC. EC was fucking kicking everybody's ass sales-wise. So they created the Comics Code Authority to fucking knock
But
them out of their place.
They fucked up because they created Mad Magazine. So they
Well,
created
they went to the
monster.
magazine format. You know, they went to the magazine format. You know what I mean? And the audience followed. The audience always goes where the fucking good story is. It's why they're following manga. I mean, you can't pick up a fucking mainstream comic right now and actually get a good story. I mean, maybe 1 in a million, but I mean, sometimes, most of the time, the story will be good for a little bit and then it'll just fizzle out. You know, it fizzles out because, oh no, we've got to milk this thing for all it's worth. We don't have hits anymore. We've got to make this story go on artificially for too long. Because they're afraid of not being able to retain that audience.
Let's make a number 1 again.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what's funny? If with that being said, if you look at most of people's like top recommendations when they say, "Hey, name your top how many comic books or their stories to get into," a lot of them are open and shut stories, graphic novels, one-offs.
Yes.
Right? They don't. They rarely recommend a full
Watchmen,
run.
V for Vendetta, 300. Dark Knight Returns.
Watchmen.
right?
Yep.
So
See?
manga has a lot of that. And look, I'm gonna
Yes.
say something that's probably gonna get me shanked in the streets.
Should I full screen you for this so they can? So they
Nah, you don't have
see
to.
your face?
I guess if you want to get me murdered, bro, goddamn. But I was gonna say that I honestly believe that pound for pound, story by story, manga has more great stories than comic books do.
Well,
And-
there's a lot more put out, and I think the reason for that is because you have a culture and a society kind of geared towards reading more, and reading and being knowledgeable is actually looked up upon. It's praised over there. Over here we have a cult of ignorance. Like, haha, you fucking nerd reading books. You know, why are you reading books, you fucking nerd?
Dude, and those
It's
same
like,
people
why?
are,
Yeah.
and those same people are watching Marvel flicks right now.
Yeah, I was about
Uh-huh. Oliver, do not get me started on the decade of biting my tongue I had to go through when people I knew would have made fun of me for reading comic books in high school
You're
or
wearing
going
their
on
Iron Man
about
shirt,
how
your
much they
Captain
love the
America
latest
shirt.
MCU movie.
Taking their kids to watch Ant-Man and shit.
They're not taking their kids. The kids are the excuse. They're going for themselves. Dude,
Yeah.
were you a voice actor at one point?
No, but I do voiceovers. I did the voiceover for Frog G, the narration.
Okay.
I don't know if I can say this, but I just finished. Well, actually, I just finished something for somebody and somebody else, like people that you know. I don't know if I can say anything yet. I do often work with Pedro, our boy Pedro.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, if you need creatures, don't hesitate to call.
Yeah, because HP's been doing all my voiceovers for my trailers, so I think we might need to get you on to mix it up a little bit.
Hell yeah, I'm
We have to watch some
always
cartoons
all
now
about
after
it, man.
hearing
I
that
love
voice
doing this
before I go to
shit.
bed. It's scary.
You know.
That reminded me of the guy who's the guy with the cat in the chair that you never see. What cartoon is that?
Dr.
no?
Claw.
Claw, yeah.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Yeah, that's legit. It sounds just like him. That's awesome.
Thank you. You know, sometimes it's not easy being green, so it's a good thing this book is in black and white. So take a look at ComicsGuey, A Guey Zine, issue 1. So you guys are
That's
doing
one hell of
something.
a fucking transition, let me just tell you. That was great.
Thank you.
Fucking round
Thank
of applause.
Thank you. You know, we got to start talking about the book at some point. I mean, you guys are too fucking fun to hang out with. I mean, we could sit and shoot. I can shoot the link to, like, you know, the Talented Dudes. We can just make this like a fucking talk about comics thing, you know, because I'm all about that. That I don't work in a comic shop anymore. I need this discussion about story and
What
comic
happened?
books.
You quit or?
No, they the woman that I worked for, she was fantastic. She known me since I was a kid, but she sold the shop to somebody else. I had the opportunity to buy it, but it just did not fit with my life. So another longtime customer bought the shop, and he's a good dude. He's running the shop, you know, just like she did. So it leaves me free to work on my stuff, to interview more, and to go to conventions. Guys, I got to go to a convention for the first time since 2013.
Wow, shit.
Recently. Yeah. So it's been a long time. So yeah, lots of good things happening. But where
Enjoy
were
yourself. The convention was good. You enjoyed yourself.
Oh, I loved working at the shop, man. It gave me a perspective on this industry that I wouldn't trade for the world. You know, all the gaslighting and the bullshit that they've tried to pull and say, oh, it's not an inclusive industry. No, if you go to certain shops, yeah, sometimes you'll run into people like, worst comic book ever, but you know, you've got to get past the comic shop dude and, you know, just go for the comics, because the shop that I grew up in, the one that I worked in, was always about, you know, just it didn't matter who you were, just read fucking comics, you know. Yeah. So that's what I love about, like, all of your influences, like the mix of influences just didn't matter. Just everything. It was like you said, Juan. Simpsons, Dragon Ball Z. It was all just animation.
Hell yeah.
You know, and then it was all, you know, it all led up to your influences. And
yeah, I mean, for all it's worth, despite me being a weeb, a lot of my writing comes from Mark Miller.
Oh, dude, Mark Millar is fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
he knows how to
that's
tell
how much
an
of a fan
entertaining yarn.
B-Rose is. He got his fucking name wrong.
Kick-Ass was the very reason that it was like, it was literally the spark that said, yeah, I want to make comics for the rest of my life.
All right.
Because if that happened,
Hell
then
yeah.
that was it. Fucking
Dude, I love
Kick-Ass
that.
is the one that fucking birthed the spark. That
I
made me
keep telling
come up
myself I
with
gotta
my
reread
fights.
Nemesis, man. I gotta get back on that.
Nemesis is fucking good.
I
It's
read it, but I gotta
violent.
reread it again. It's so good.
Love it.
Claw, the claw, the claw, the claw. Guey Zine is you one. There's the website. So, you're doing something unique with this campaign. You're not on Indiegogo. What the fuck? So what's the deal? We got Aerith.com. You guys are doing the whole I've got my own website. Order through me. Tell me about this. Huh?
Brian was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had some shit he had to take care
Oh,
of. So.
oh,
I guess, but Brian was always about
well, we don't have a Brian, but we got a Dylan here. What's going on, dude?
Oh, shit.
Thanks
Hey,
for coming to
what's
hang
going
out with
on,
us.
everybody?
Even better.
How's it going, dude? Having a good
It's
time.
going pretty well. Yeah, if anybody was gonna be,
Oh, you're wearing a cannibal. Hold up. My dude is wearing a Cannibal Corpse T-shirt. Yes,
had to come correct for this show.
Love it. Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. We were just getting ready to talk about the book. Somebody was about to say something. Who was it?
I was just gonna say that I think Brian, since the beginning, was always about doing things in his own website or different websites than the normal or the standard or whatever. You know, because he comes from a different world, I guess. He's been doing like things with magazines, I think, and with like clothing lines and stuff like that. So he knows about like having your own website and promoting yourself in different spaces, I guess. So I think Brian was always about, you know, like trying new things.
Good. I mean but see, this is the spirit of indie comics, my friends. This is DIY or die. This is how indie comics have always been, you know. Fuck the Comics Code Authority. Fuck the mainstream publishers. I'm gonna put out this story that I need to tell, that I've got to tell, and that nobody else is gonna publish. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it myself. You know.
Oh yeah.
And to me, that's punk as fuck.
Yep, that's the zine, that whole style.
Exactly.
Like street type of fucking sensibility, you know, whether it be punk or underground hip hop or anything like that. It's all still comes from that same seed, you know?
That ground level seed. Yes, sir.
That fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want seed. This is exactly what it is.
DIY or die. So $15. All right. $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. So how many pages are we looking at?
48 pages, man.
48.
48 pages for $15. That's a damn good deal, y'all.
8 stories, somewhere around
there. Eight collaborators. A collab of over 8 artists with writers showcasing short original stories. A Guey Zine, issue 1.
The most important word there is original.
Original. Damn right, son.
And look at the
original
freshies we got. Them freshies are toy, nice shirts and everything.
Oh, yeah. All right. So some person requests, can you say puto in that voice? What? Which one? The Dr. Claw voice. You want me to say puto in that voice? Eat me puto.
Inspector Galle puto.
Don't make me say it again, puto.
Bro, that's very... I'm scared.
What's up, Miss Good Stuff? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Krager4987 says, I don't really care about anything Hollywood puts out anymore. Unfortunately, that's probably the best attitude to have. Look for alternative forms of media. Look for alternative forms of entertainment. We've got a booming indie comic scene over here. Are you kidding me? All the different variety of stories and the fucking ridiculous depth of talent over here. It's mind blowing, and it's being completely ignored by the dinosaurs that don't want to be eclipsed.
You know what? I still watch all that Hollywood shit because a lot of it serves as a what not to do for me.
Yes.
So,
and I totally see. Feline and I have had this discussion, you know, because she'll watch new things. Oh man, the fucking text messages I got after she watched Thor: Love and Thunder, and I wasn't going to watch it, but now I'm like morbidly curious as to like what not to do to completely fuck up a character. But I mean, you know, the comics sold so tremendously well when they did She-Thor before. Anyway, moving on. $15 for 48 pages and original stories, which is really not something you're gonna get in like mainstream books though, because shit's recycled.
You're not even getting that right
Ask
now.
me how I know.
We're doing our own thing.
It's not previews of stories that are already been published. It's not things that you've seen before. Everything is brand new, except for Ollie's story, which is like something that he did a couple of years ago, but
not even a couple, man.
his
Like
own.
2007.
But
Hold
still,
up,
like,
almost
anybody says.
20 years old.
It might as well be
We're
dead.
talking about
shit.
DIY, Luke. Come on.
Is that
Look at
hang on? Is that like an ash can size little?
Yeah, it's Ashcan.
I love it.
Nah,
Yeah,
Ali's
I
just
want
ash.
that.
All right, I'm gonna pester you about getting one of those after we get done with this stream.
It's
just
the
to
only
let you know
copy I
ahead
have,
of time.
dude. So.
Oh, god damn it! Fine, I'll pester you about getting fucking pictures of it then. Fuck. I'll see it.
Would you
Anyway.
trade that only small comic for 1 page of original Roach Balls art?
Oh shit! I can't compete with that, Ollie.
I'm not saying
I
I
mean-
want to do that, but maybe. I don't know.
It's like, I'm just toying around with the idea. I'm just saying.
If I get to pick the page, yes, it's a deal.
Silver lining, one of the
What's
boys
up,
will
Neff?
still have
Neff
it.
says,
so,
"Hola,
you know.
güey."
Hey, Neff, what's up?
And we got Frequency Girl. What's up,
Hey,
Frequency Girl?
hola,
Thanks
hola.
for coming to hang out, guys. B-Rose actually on this show. Wonders will never cease.
Oh,
I was supposed to be on Neff's show, and then I was there momentarily, but then work.
they kicked you out, right? They kicked you
I got
out.
kicked out.
Did the internet say
You're golden
no?
now, by the way, too. I don't know.
Oh shit, we got a Lola in the chat as well. What's going on, Lola? Hi, you. Good to see you, darling.
Hello.
Thanks for coming to hang out. Let's see.
Lola's
Okay,
avatars are
so-
always a pleasure on the eyes.
Yeah.
So, add-ons. You got shirts, 2 different shirts. So, what's hang
Yeah,
on.
so it just kind of
So
depends
this is
how
the
you
back.
want
Okay,
how you want
so-
the logo and image. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, when is the
all right. So I'm usually like, let me have the cover. I mean, I don't know if you can see the shirt that I'm wearing right now. It's
Begin.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
I like the lack of heavy
Like-
metal disturbing.
Badass.
So I'm all about the graphic tees, the screen printing. I actually used to design T-shirts when I finished college. So I love the fun of designing cool T-shirts, and I love stuff like this, having the cover on the front and then the logo on the back.
Yeah.
So the second option is the one you want, the cover shirt.
Yeah, the cover shirt. Hell yeah, that's definitely my style right there. And actually, I got 2 Mary Boys T-shirts, so I could cut the sleeves off of one to wear on the sing along of doom. No, and you got a hoodie too. I mean, not much
Hell
to
yeah.
call for a hoodie where I'm at. It's so fucking warm here all the time.
Oh.
It's like we don't believe in winter here. We've got hot and hotter.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
in South,
Florida,
I'm in South
right?
Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in South Florida. I'm in
Yeah.
North Florida. So you're a little bit warmer than I am.
I was up in Orlando for a little while, for about 2 years. But I'm in South Florida occasionally, man. Right around November, December, January. We still need a hoodie in the mornings or at night. You know, come on, man.
Yeah, we take it off by about noon because it starts getting humid as fuck.
Exactly. You know, for a few hours, you still need it, you know.
When you jog in the morning, right? Oh, you put the hoodie on.
Nah, fuck that. I jog. Me jog. My cardio's with the bitches.
For those of you in the rest of the world that actually, you know, participate in winter and require a hoodie, go grab yourself a GÜEY Zine hoodie.
Jog to McDonald's,
you know,
right?
see the looks you get when people read that. I imagine they'll be similar to the looks I get when I wear my Cannibal Corpse Eaten Back to Life hoodie.
Nice. But that's a classic.
Yes, it is. I was up visiting Feline and I threw it on and she saw it. She's like, oh. I was like, oh, never seen the back of this one before, huh? It's a fun one.
At least it's not the Brujeria hoodie, guys.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! That's a memory unlocked right there. Brujeria colors. Oh yeah.
So that's how you say it. Oh, I'm gonna file that away. No, because you know you read something online and or you read it in a book and you never hear anybody actually say it.
Oh, okay.
And
that's true.
You know, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but I fucking love dialects. I love listening to people talk. I love to hear the slight intonations of the way they fucking say words. So I pay attention to things like that. So
you read it like
hearing you say brujeria, you know, I may not be able to say it right now, but eventually I will assimilate it into what I can say. Anyway, sorry.
Brujeria? What kind of fucked up jungle disease?
Brujeria.
Wow.
It's like a blind kid with Brujeria trying to catch a Nerf ball. Just sad. All right. So a zine sketch card. So wait, you guys are fucking ridiculous. You get to pick who you get a sketch card from.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's fucking badass.
The drop down menu.
Even
Esquivo, man, is throwing down sketch cards. So.
Yeah,
that's
all of these guys.
That's gonna be a very rare. Probably a one and done thing.
Yeah, he's gonna be very busy with all this shit going on.
I'm just saying with the success of Exiled and that little indie book that he did with Adam Lawson, you might want to jump on this one right now because chances are you won't be paying $50 for a sketch card soon. Might be a lot more.
Yeah, man, especially the fact that they're getting published, if I'm not mistaken, through Whatnot. So they're going to get serialized, bro. So,
see?
You know, aprovechen.
Take advantage, guys. Take advantage.
It's just, it's funny because I've been watching this indie scene, you know, just kind of bubbling up from the discontent and just like, well, you know, fuck it. If you ain't going to make good stories, I'm going to make good stories. And, you know, some stories were good, really, and some were not good. But the market always chooses what it likes, and the market don't lie. Unless it's, you know, hyperinflated and you only count the shit that you sell the stores and not what actually goes to customers. But anyway, yeah. So catering to your market like this is fucking fantastic. I mean, Rich, you guys, you can get a sketch card from Rich, from Oliver, from Juanito, from Dario. I mean, holy shit. That's fucking cool. I'm sorry.
We're trying to even get the homies that don't draw that much to draw some shit. So
that might be
and
a thing.
You know, happen. Oliver, you know, because it stopped on Oliver here. Oliver, you don't work traditional all that often, do you? You're mostly digital, aren't you?
Yeah. It's a hybrid mix of both.
Oh, you do the hybrid. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I've been doing recently. I've been penciling digitally and then printing it out blue line and then inking traditionally because there's something about ink on board that just it feels so good.
I mean, I've been buying fucking drawing materials so I could do that.
What's that?
Hold that back up. Come on.
Let's see that. Oh,
nice. Oh, dude, the card that I'm working on for Jason and Ink Spots, Sir Nuno's for Frog G. It is I've been inking that with a nib. I'm sorry. I gotta bring you back up. Is that an actual CRT?
Yeah,
back
dude.
over there.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! I haven't seen one of those in forever. I mean, I do tech support, so every so often I encounter like old technology. Oh damn, dude!
When I hook up
that thing weighs like 60 fucking pounds.
No, it's very light. Very light.
Is that the one you got from the pawn shop from Ray's?
No, I bought it on eBay.
Oh,
I had to buy it on eBay, dude, because nobody has them here anymore.
Damn.
Dude, are you kicking it with some retro games on that thing?
Dude, I have Dawn of the Dead on tape inside.
My dude, yes.
And yes,
I love it.
Get up to a Nintendo sooner.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. All right. So I don't know if you guys know this, but CRTs, they're the only ones that you can do the light gun games with. So like Duck Hunt and like the Battle Scope and whatever
Also
the
the
fuck
Dead
Genesis had.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have the tubes, otherwise it won't work.
I didn't know that.
So yeah.
We are working on a LCD screen gun. I don't know if you heard about this, but probably expensive right now. So.
They always.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, when technology is first introduced, it's always expensive.
Yeah.
But video games and especially retro video games and emulation is a rabbit hole we can dive down at some point, and I'm more than happy to have you all come back on and talk about that. But right now, we are talking about the GÜEY Zine.
Yeah.
So before we go further, where does the name come from? And I'm glad that I didn't fuck up the name.
GÜEY used to be an insult, like really back in the day. In Mexico,
like weeb.
And it's more Mexican, right, Juanitos?
Okay.
You don't have that word over there.
Like the only times I used to hear that word was in Mexican telenovelas. But nowadays we hear a lot. Nowadays it just means dude. It means like man.
Oh, okay.
It started out as an insult, but now it's a term of endearment now.
Yeah, it reminds me of
Okay.
another
I
word.
say dude, like hey, what's up?
Yeah, kind of like hey guy, something like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
What you guys think?
If you mean for the scene,
Nah, don't worry
specifically,
about
like the name of the scene, I think we were like thinking of like everything, like like when you're trying to come up with a title for anything, you always like have different ideas. But at the end of the day, we say like it's just like a scene, or we just ended up with it's just a Guey Zine or something like that. We just said like, and that sounds perfect, it's just a Guey Zine or something like that. We just thought that sounds so simple and so straight to the point that I'm pretty sure like we all liked it.
I think if you ask all of us individually, we'll all give you a different fucking answer. Personally,
I'm almost tempted to do that.
Right, like personally for me, like they came with a Guey Zine, and for me, like amazing, Guey Zine, I love it. So we all sort of have.
Can't go wrong with alliteration. I'm a big fan of alliteration. Just saying.
Yeah, we all kind of have our own reasons for coming to it, but yeah, the good thing is like it was something that we all thought was, this works, and that's when we knew it's like it's very hard to get fucking 5 or 6 or 7.
Didn't we have like a couple other different titles, and then we just ended up collectively like, why though? You know what I'm saying? And then we came up, and then we just settled on this and decided on it.
So yeah, like I was saying,
the most simplest title ever. Yeah. Do that one. That's easy.
Yeah, like I was saying, like it's hard to get so many people to agree on something unanimously, and this was it.
Well, sometimes the best names for things are the ones that you toss out there for fun and you chuckle at it, and then you think about it a little bit more, and you think about it a little bit more, and you keep chuckling along the way, but then you're like, well, damn, hold up, that shit actually works. I mean, that's literally what happened with the Ninja Turtles.
I think it was Dylan, the one who suggested. At first, it's just a Guey Zine or something like that, and I think it was Dylan, the one who said that. I'm not sure.
Dylan, take credit. This is your chance.
Okay. Dylan, I totally was like,
quiet down there, man.
Just
I mean, show up in a Cannibal Corpse shirt and then say nothing. That ain't
Dylan,
flying. So come on, man.
Brian's not here. Take credit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can totally take credit. The white guy's not watching.
It was Dylan's idea to do it in our own website. That was Dylan too. That was his.
That's true. Yeah, I kept saying, I was like, guys, we need to make sure that this is a Shopify thing. Like, I'll show y'all how to integrate it in. It'll be fine. Like, all of this, totally me.
Oh, okay. So you're the one that set up the page for him to get it working. Fuck yeah, dude.
He gave us all our ideas. Actually, he pretty much wrote every story on here.
Yeah, and I gave it to them. I was like, "Hey, pencil monkeys, I need y'all to draw this shit for me," and they got to it.
Yeah.
Listen here, pencil monkeys. I've got the big brain and the stories. You just draw the shit, see? Yeah.
No lie, he literally came up with my synopsis, so it's like, yeah.
Oh shit! Well, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, as long as it works, right? I think Feline is saying, Dylan. Let's see if I can turn you up a little bit, man.
Oh,
you're a little quiet.
Okay. Well, we can fix that. I can get closer to the mic. I
there you
damn, Owasi's damn near about to eat his, so I can get up in mine.
I mean, I'm kind of leaning into mine as well. And, I can't say I'm not guilty. Release the pencil monkeys. That's
Thank
right.
you. And they flew off into the night.
And missed their deadlines.
Exactly. That's how they get back at me.
Bro, don't talk to me about deadlines right now.
Fun fact, pencil monkeys are notorious for missing their deadlines, unfortunately. It's a detriment of the breed, unfortunately.
But deadlines for
It's all
that
that masturbation.
Yeah. They call it research, but all right, hang on. Before we jump into this, I feel like I need to grab another beer.
There you go.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
I grabbed it random, and for this, I have grabbed the Dragon's Milk Solera. I don't know if you guys have ever tried Dragon's
What does that
Milk,
taste
but
like? What is that?
it's a stout. The one I normally get is a bourbon barrel aged stout, but this one is
Is that local?
barrel.
Local brew?
No, you can get this nationwide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's widely available. The one I normally get is 11% alcohol by volume, and I grabbed this one because they didn't have my normal, and it's been really good. It's not quite as thick as this. Actually, this is an oak aged ale. This is not a stout. Stouts are a lot thicker, more like Guinness.
Yeah.
You like Guinness?
Yeah.
I like the Guinness.
Yeah, Guinness
Guinness is good
is
shit.
the good. It's tasty. Then you will like the other Dragon's Milk, the stout one. This one is more like just like an amber ale type thing. Let's see. And got an awesome little dragon logo on the.
Yeah, that's a cool ass logo.
All right.
Collect those bottle caps, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Some of the bottle caps are really cool, and some of the glasses. When I was up visiting Feline, we went to a place that had a glass that said Liability Brewing Company, and the logo actually kind of looked like a metal band in the way it was constructed. You know how they kind of have like the shaping, and they kind of like are like a. It's almost a shape rather than letters. You know what I mean?
True.
So yeah, it was very, very interesting. I love iconography, and that's why I love logos. And that actually brings me back to this page. Looking at the page and the way it's set up, the logo, and the fonts chosen to get the point across. It all flows, because we look at Indiegogo pages and the way the pages flow. The story that it tells, the way it gets the point across to the potential customer, and I mean this is straightforward. This is to the point, and I love the fact that you scroll over the picture and it changes.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking great. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's what we wanted. We wanted to give people a better experience when they're like actually doing this, something that's more engaging, that kind of gives them a small taste of what it is they're actually looking at, and then gives them more options as far as like actually shopping, as opposed to what they were getting on Indiegogo, which I mean it was frustrating trying to deal with that fucking system. So I mean, if you don't like it, build a better one.
Exactly. And it isn't that like the fucking mantra of our entire scene? We don't like the current one. We're going to go build a better one. So you guys have fun with the sinking ship. Skål.
Yep.
Salud.
Salud.
I just got water.
Dudes.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
A whole jug of water, my man.
Here, right on. Stay hydrated. Water is good for you.
That's right.
There's some water in that beer somewhere.
Exactly. It's
Water to
liquid.
make that right.
Yep. Lola says, "Is that a Wasi?" Yeah, that's a Wasi.
That is I.
The one and only.
What's
The
up, Metal
pussy
Movies
hunter.
and Brewskis? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming to hang out, man. Let's see. Delicious motor oil. Oh, yes. Give me that motor oil. Love the stout. It tastes like gum. That is true. Yeah.
Tastes like yum.
Actually, you know what's funny? I think she was asking if that was Ozzy, but she was looking at Ali. She's like, God damn, he put on some weight.
Oh shit! Throwing shade from down the way. Oh fuck! All right, we better start talking about this book now.
You look
All right,
decent now.
Rich.
Wow.
Yes.
This is your story. You know,
This is my story. Yeah.
Puto versus Puto.
It was kind of a joke. It started off in the GÜEY chat.
Well, it's like
but-
spy versus spy.
Right, exactly. So it was like kind of a
dude.
joke, and we'd always like throw this word around. And
Yeah.
Brian said something along the lines of Puto versus Puto, and it was like exactly the first thing I thought was like spy versus spy, that type of shit. But also kind of like Mario Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Where it's kind of like weird ass land with really awkward characters. I really like that type of shit. I'm not a big video gamer, but I've always loved the animation and the art for it. So what we have here is two brothers, Puto Gordo and Puto Flaco, who share the same baby mama. So in each of these strips, they're trying to basically either get some money from her or try to crash on a couch. And so you just go through these stupid little events and these little shits that they get into just to, just be a bum on a couch. So these are these guys.
Hell yeah!
And what's funny is
have-
the antagonist, right, for Yellow Beetle,
Hmm.
was an inside joke that we had about a situation that we were having with one of my artists. So
One of
it's-
your
it's
artists. Wait.
One of my artists.
What do
You
you
know-
know?
One of my artists. So it started as an inside joke, and the character just developed from there. So it's like that's the type of shit that we're putting out there, guys. Like it's fucking
Hope
wild.
so.
And the chat loved it too.
That'll be the
Like,
spin-off.
yeah, it started off as a joke, then we started doing voiceovers of Yellow Beetle. The chat loved it.
Oh hell yes, dude.
I think Kreger just like talks in that voice before he goes to bed or some shit. Like,
That's
I
a
see my
soothing
wife too.
sound.
See, and that's how lightning in a bottle is caught, my friends. That's how gold is made. You know, you start laughing about it and you put it down. I mean, it's funny shit, and you enjoy it, and you put it out there because somebody else will as well.
Right.
And I love the play on the spy versus spy.
Oh, yeah.
How many pages are? Did I ask that already? How many pages?
Yeah,
each one of the stories?
everybody's got different like length of story. So this story will be 2 pages, but it's like kind of landscape wise because the format is like the old
You wanna
Sunny strips.
You wanna
Oh,
show
yeah.
it? Show it, Rich.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Show it, Rich.
Show it. Show it.
Show the
Yes.
Stories
Thank
are
you,
going to
Ollie.
be Between 4 and 6 pages, most of the stories, So that's the I guess
Excellent.
the
Oh,
length of most of
dude.
them.
Some
Hell
are gonna
yeah.
be serialized, and some are gonna be just one shots.
Right.
So it's gonna be a very, very interesting concept. Right
Well, I
now.
mean, that's how good anthology books are put together, man.
There you go.
Oh
Look
shit!
at it.
So you're doing it like that, like straight up old school, like newspaper landscape.
Yep. So it'll be on 2
Oh,
pages.
that's awesome,
and it'll be,
man.
like, one strip. another
Yes.
strip. And then there'll be a 3rd strip to complete the story, but the 4th
Mm-hmm.
strip is going to be like weird fake advertisements that I'm just going to make up, weird like newspaper article type shit.
Yeah,
Throw that in there.
dude,
Hell
those are
yeah.
always fun. Those are always fun. Love seeing those in books. Excellent. All right. Let's see, Juanito, would you like to tell us about your story here? Some
Yeah,
great
when-
tones, man.
Yeah, when we came up with the idea of doing the scene, and Brian was saying that each one of us can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of horror and
Mhm.
everything horror related, I guess. And
Horror.
I was always a big fan of the old EC comics. And
Yeah.
what I want to do with each scene is I'm gonna do a different short story in each issue, and it's going to be kind of like Tales from the Crypt. So I'm gonna tell creepy stories from my country, from Bolivia, because I think that's going to be interesting from
Mhm.
for people who don't live here, I guess, who have
Yeah.
never heard of
Oh, yeah.
things like this. And my first story is called Suyu, and
Mhm.
Suyu means
Suyu.
an offering
Okay,
or
thank
a
you.
sacrifice. And here we believe in giving to the earth. We believe in Mother Earth, and sometimes like people do weird things as they offer kind of weird sacrifices to Mother Earth in order to be successful and shit like that. And my first story is about people offering humans as sacrifices to the earth, I guess. You know?
Ooh, I like it.
Bolivian horror story.
No shit.
Yeah.
Juanito showed me a little documentary last night, and
Yeah.
the fucked up shit, man.
Man,
You guys are gonna dig it.
we need more stories from all the corners of the world. I mean, there's certain pantheons that I won't go into that have just been mined to death. Like, give me some new mythologies to explore, to interact with, please. I want to know about.
Yeah, and going back to the art, and this is the first time that I'm doing all these gray tones kind of things.
Really?
And, because like like we were saying, because it was like everybody can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a really cool opportunity to like try new things in artistically.
Hell yeah, dude.
So this is the first time that I'm doing all these grayscale things, because I thought that it was going to work with like a creepy type of story, you know. So it's
right on.
You're going to see a lot of us like experimenting, you know, with either our art or our writing, you know. So I think that's another cool aspect of the scene.
Yes, I love hearing that, man. And then this anthology book affords you the opportunity to try different things.
Yeah.
And with gray tones, you can get all kinds of fucking moody, like spot blacks and gray tones. Like this part right down here, this face, I can already see it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with that, man.
Yeah, and I actually have another story that we're going to see later on, and you're gonna see that I'm doing a completely different style on that one, you know. So I think that's another cool thing about this. There's a lot of different art styles, a lot of different flavors of stories. So it's a very diverse book in that sense.
Oh shit! I just noticed. Is that you in the background with the hat?
No, that's an old dude, but the hat is based on my hat.
I mean, you're wearing the same hat literally right now.
Oh yeah, this.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the
That's
actual
the
page.
original.
Look at you. Damn. You're gonna send me that, right, Juanito?
Oh.
And you just ripped it.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's the older version of you.
Oh,
Juanito in the
nice,
future.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's him in the future.
20 years from now.
It's him in the future.
2 months from now.
Beautiful page, man.
The underlighting kills it, dude. And then the city in the
Oh, yeah.
background on the hill looks dope.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So are you doing ink wash? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm
get the
doing.
gray tones?
I bought those the Copics.
Oh, okay, yes.
The markers.
Nice,
Cool
dude.
markers.
Well,
Yeah, but
Copics are
also I'm
great.
doing a lot of ink wash, like the sky on that bottom panel. You can see like the sky. That's ink wash with a regular ink, and also I'm doing all the line art with a brush. You know, so everything I'm doing with this story is completely like different from my usual stuff, I guess.
Right. There's something about doing like inking with a brush that will lend like a moody feel to it. Francisco Francavilla, if you I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a mainstream artist, but he works primarily with like he inks with brushes. And there's when they have him doing the right project, it's so moody and it fits and it tells part of the story. So I love that, man. I'm excited to see what you're going to do with that. That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
And somebody not the mute.
Yeah, this is by Skiwo.
Yeah.
It's also I think it's going to be a little bit more action oriented. You know, I guess you can tell by the characters. What was the video game that he said that it was a big inspiration for this one?
Dark Souls, Demon Souls.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn it.
And if you guys are familiar with
that's one of mine. Yeah,
if you guys are familiar with Skibo's art, you know that he loves drawing all these buff dudes, action dudes, type of things. But also, I think he's gonna be exploring.
Beautiful line.
It's gonna be a little bit of a horror story too.
Nautical horror.
That's Dark Souls.
I think he's gonna be exploring nautical horror or like underwater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is something that I don't think I've seen a lot, you know, in horror stories. So I think that's going to be really, really interesting. You know.
Not the mute. A
And also
dark
the first time
fantasy, not
that
a
he's
horror
writing
tale.
and drawing his own story, the same as me. That's the first time I'm writing a story, and it's the same for Skibo. It's the first time he's doing everything by himself.
Oh, excellent. All right. So, I love it.
And don't worry, guys,
This
I'm editing,
magazine's
so their English
affording
is
you
gonna
not
be
only
fine.
the opportunity to do, like, to try a new artistic style, but to flex your writing muscles as well. You know, and you end this. I mean, that's fucking great, man. I love this anthology idea. You know, because anthologies are a great way to get a bunch of different ideas, a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different flavors in one shot, and then you go seek out more from there. All right, somebody was going to say something. Go ahead.
I was just saying, call it a greatology.
A greatology. There we
This
go.
guy's all about the branding.
Hey, seriously, branding. It's important. Making sure that people associate that branding with you and your stories. Mm-hmm.
Yes. This is Domo.
Yeah, this is Dominic's, my brother's comic. Antagonist Club presents "Fuck This Party."
I love the fucking fisheye right here. This is great.
He has his clothing brand right now, and these are the mascots for that brand.
Okay.
So he wants to explore the characters in comic book format. So I think this is its first would you say appearance in comic. So it's just a bunch of weirdos crashing to a party and seeing if the party is good or not. So that's kind of like the story.
Party crashers. Hey,
so it's a one pager, no? So it's like
it's a one pager. It's
in and out,
Yeah, it's kind of inspired by the writings of Harvey P. Carr and all those. Like slice of life type of situations.
Yeah.
Into a comedic format style or what have you.
Yeah, we've all been there too, where we crashed the party whether we wanted to or not. We've all been there.
Yeah, so it's gonna be.
I heard they got beer over here. Let's go investigate. Yeah.
See how much of a buzz I can catch for the kick
man.
Exactly.
And also Dominic, he did the cover and the logo for the zine.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Also, another interesting thing that I don't think we mentioned that in each issue we're gonna try to have a different artist for the cover. Yeah, and the artist is actually going to design the actual logo for that cover. So it's not like we only have one logo. It's the artist, the one who makes it up, I guess. Yeah.
So it won't be this logo than the next issue. It'll be a different logo.
I guess that's the official ComicsGuey.
Oh, that's the official logo. Okay.
Yeah, for the
you're talking about this in here.
The artist decides what the logo is going to be for each cover.
Yeah, I dig the logo being worked into the actual artwork of the cover. It adds to it. That way you don't have to put trade dress on it. It's just the logo is worked into it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
I mean, it might not be like that all the time, but yeah.
Yeah, right. and Dylan is gonna interview the cover artist for every issue. So
that's interesting. So since this one was, Dom's cover, I'm going to be interviewing him, talking about his art, kind of how he got into it, what his inspirations are and shit. It's going to be fun. That's actually something I'm really looking forward to. I love talking to artists about just art.
Hell yeah. I have no idea what you mean. It's a completely foreign concept to me. Yeah, no, that's exactly why I love doing shows like this. That's fucking cool. I love seeing new ideas and just doing different things. Before we go any further, I want to talk about the advertise here because I might forget to go back to it later, so people can advertise with you guys.
I mean, if you have a project you want to shout out or a business,
so if you got a book that's coming out and you listen, you see the Killer's Row that I got on the panel here. They got an audience, so I'm just saying, if you got a project that's coming out and that it will hit with this audience, might want to think about advertising with the book. You got interior back cover, inside back cover, and the inside front cover. Just a thought.
There's a couple people already bought, right? Or at least one. Somebody. I know Neff.
That's
got it.
awesome.
Probably.
Oh. You know what's interesting? Like, I'm moving my mouse around here, and it totally did not show the drop down. Interesting.
Huh. That's weird.
The perils of StreamYard. Anyway.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier that when you pulled up the artist names, it didn't show, but
yeah,
there's options. There's an inside front cover, back cover, in the middle of the book. So there's different options and price points. So if anybody's interested, go take a look, man.
Yeah, that just means you'll just have to go look at the website yourself. This is a call to action. All right, continuing on.
Action Jackson, guys.
Go Zombie Soldier Sturban. What's up with this,
man?
Is all me,
guys. This is all me. The comic. It's a comic I did back in 2007. So this is it. The proof of concept. So
the ash can that I want, yes,
the ash can that everybody wants.
Man, you might want to think about like just reprinting that and just like putting it on a website.
When I finish the story, I might offer it as a ash can or something like.
There you go.
Yeah, because I want to do a campaign later on.
Okay. All right. Good.
So, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. As I was saying earlier, this is gonna be like a serialized story of Sturban. Which is kind of like a reanimated corpse turned into a fighting machine. That's kind of like the premise of the story. He doesn't know who he is, so he's like finding his origins while protecting humanity in his own way. But yeah, man, this is a comic I did with Dario and my brother Pancho, like 2007. We did this like in a week, like just sitting down drawing at the studio.
Oh shit!
I mean, when I was young, when I had like
when you could stay up for 3 days straight and deal with the hallucinations. Yes, I remember those days.
I would be drawing, and I would just hand the pages. Hey, man, here ink it. We would just crank out like 5 pages a day, dude. Like crazy, man.
That's fucking rad.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a fun story. Like if you're into like Kamen Rider, like Spawn, Ghost Rider, like those dark heroes.
Hell yeah,
really
dude.
Cool. Yeah.
And I love the big collar. Very very Doctor Strange, very Spawn.
Yeah,
that big popped collar.
And every time I see this, I have to tell Ali that one, it's the book I'm looking forward to the most, the story, because it just looks awesome. But also, like, it gives me like that sort of late '80s, early '90s manga vibe.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like I'm super looking forward to it.
It's the Zipatone, dude. The Zipatone adds to that feel, that grittiness, that texture. I love it, man. You got a tone that you're going for, and I dig it.
I'm just trying to butter them up to get some free colors, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I, on the other hand, am drunk and am completely genuine in what I'm saying. So, in a post-apocalyptic future, the mysterious dark hero known as Sturban walks between the living and the dead, searching for his origins while protecting what little remains of humanity. Nice, dude.
Ali, did you mention that this takes place in a universe for another story?
Yeah, it takes place in this universe, Zombie Kids universe.
Really?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a little.
Wait, bring that back up. There you
go.
Yeah.
I'm still so pissed that he still hasn't put this one out.
We might offer this little fanzine. As a perk later on.
Yeah.
Probably with Rini. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it.
Man, listen to you like just teasing all this shit. Damn, son. 21 or 25. Yes, I see that.
Dude, that's why I dig the GÜEY Zine, because this is the shit I started out with, like just doing mini comics.
Yeah, man.
So, damn it, man!
That's
I want
awesome.
that too.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, man.
You better dig some more up, Ollie, because you're sending all of us one.
Like, seriously, you setting yourself to be in trouble, my friend. I'm just saying, just watch out. Just look around. Look underneath the car when you. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I'm worried about your safety now after you showed that.
For me, is this shit like doing it on your own? Photocopies, just hitting the cons.
Oh,
just getting
yes.
your shit seen in.
That, my friend, is the spirit of an ash can. It's supposed to be photocopied on, like base bargain paper, and maybe it'll stick together when you open it. Who knows?
Yeah,
but it's a preview of a book that will get you excited about it. That is the nature of Ash Games.
Hell yeah. Oh, I see you're up.
Oh shit! Hey, so
I'm sorry, I was getting distracted by the chat over here. Face plant. Let's see. Takes a bow, falls out of chair. Let's see. Chat's going wild over here, and now for something completely different. Jason Bascom on a horse. Is Jason even in the chat? I don't even think Jason's even here, you guys.
He was.
Face down in the comics, ass up in the air. The way. Oh Jesus! Awful.
Okay,
that's the way
OSC
likes it.
I was gonna say now we're getting somewhere,
right? Better than being ass up in a woodshed. I mean, yeah. I mean, if we're doing degrees of shitty, so yeah. All right.
On to Battle Kiwi, guys. This
tell me about Battle Kiwi.
Written by me,
Yes.
drawn by the artist on the Veil Walker #2,
Oh,
and
okay.
conceptualized by pretty much everybody in the group, right? Everybody had a part in sort of the creation of Battle Kiwi. I always said that Ali sort of came up with the idea of Battle Kiwi for George vs. Junkman.
Yeah.
Rich was the one who sort of shot the idea around of like, dude, let's just do like a reverse John Wick. And it just kind of blew up from there, and just sort of snowballed. And again, everybody had influence in like the design of the dog, and it's just a collaborative effort, I think, by the whole squad. But yeah, Battle Kiwi is about this fucking 30-pound, corgi that's on a murderous rampage, trying to figure out who did up his owner. And it kind of just snowballs from there. We start to figure out, there's some secret organizations involved. And yeah, we're using a lot of what's going on in John Wick and sort of those organizations and how that works to sort of influence what's going on in Battle Kiwi moving forward. But I think it's a pretty cool story.
That's awesome. That's funny. I love. Well, I can't even point at it because it'll change. But I love the fact that the corgi is at the top and just pissing on a pile of beating up thugs and goons. It's I finally had enough of everyone's shit and decided to just go badass on everyone.
Let me share this here with you, so you guys.
That was fun too in the back room where we were all trying to figure out like how to format that. You know what I'm saying? Like coming up with different angles of like what Kiwi should look like and or like what Kiwi should be doing to all these dead bodies and shit.
Hell yeah.
So here's page 2 from the story. So this is it. This is what you guys are going to be getting. This one is a 6-pager. We've already shared the first 2 pages. So if you want to see the rest of this little arc, what happens to all these bozos in the warehouse?
Get the Guey Zine.
Get the Guey Zine.
Guey Zine.
get into it.
Get it now. I love the expressions, the acting. Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
This one we're still considering because I gave the artist a lot of freedom in regards to how to interpret my scripts, and this is pretty funny because the pup sort of gets surprised by the guys. He kind of walks past the door. He's like, "Oh shit!" So it's kind of funny.
Oops.
So we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. It's the characters look cute and cuddly and all that, but it's as you can see here, it's bloody, and it's gonna be a whole lot of fun.
Hell yeah. I think I know they did. Little Kiwi battle dance.
Yes.
Awesome. And let's see. Purgatory.
Yes, I'm working with Dario for this one. And sort of bringing back the vibe from the 2004 Van Helsing movie that never got a sequel.
Okay.
And I've always been very spiteful of that.
Always been pissed off that they never did a sequel to Van Helsing. Fine, I'll do it myself.
It was one of my childhood favorites. I just loved it.
It's a fun movie, man.
It really was.
Enjoy it.
And I even got the game to it too. It was really
There's a game?
Yeah, there was.
Oh yeah.
What?
I didn't even know there was a game, bro.
Yep.
You know, B-Roll's got an open
Good game, but
Jackman poster with the whole Van Helsing gear right above his bed. And he's just
He prays to it every night before his bed.
he puts his like finger on his lips and he's like, "One day, Hugh, one day."
one day I won't give up hope.
No, but
It's funny because it's probably true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's fucking great.
Oh. No, but it tells the story of Van Helsing or Van Trejo, as everyone keeps calling it.
It's a combination of Helsing and Danny Trejo, man.
Come on.
I suppose it's better than Van Machete. So Van Trejo. Love it.
Embrace the meme, B-Rose. Come on.
Yeah, get into it, bro.
It'll earworm its way into people's brains.
We'll make it happen.
That just
time to
sounds
change the name.
cooler, you know?
And so he's patrolling his sector of Transylvania after reports of people go missing and werewolves are being spotted all around.
Nice.
But yeah, that's it.
You know, Biros, you being such a fan of this movie that was probably not even all that good, and then like writing a sequel to it reminds me of a movie that I'm a huge fan of, that I would someday probably write a sequel for one day. I forget what it's called, but does anybody remember that Vin Diesel like future sci-fi movie?
Pitch Black or Pitch?
No, not the
Like
Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Not the Riddick movies. He did another one. Was it Babylon AD? I don't know. There's another one. I'll figure it out someday. But yeah,
it's probably Pitch Black, guys.
No, it's not Pitch Black.
We're gonna come to find out it was Pitch Black.
Well, I'm gonna find it while you guys continue. But anyways, go ahead.
We found out later.
Street
that
Sharks.
it was,
He's talking about that Street Sharks commercial.
oh damn! Street Sharks. Shit, I ain't thought about them in a minute. We gonna talk about biker mice from Mars as well?
Oh shit!
You've never seen that Vin Diesel commercial where he's like playing with the fucking the Street Sharks toys and shit?
No.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's weird.
That's what he's remembering.
He's a spokesperson for Street Sharks.
Yeah.
It's Street Sharks. Well, if they were gonna get anybody.
I mean, it's not the first time they've taken an idea and like diversified with it. Ninja Turtles had Street Sharks and biker mice from Mars. Thundercats had Silver Hawks and then Tiger Sharks. So
we didn't have to go too far. I was right. It was Babylon AD, but also the last Witch Hunter.
AD.
Babylon AD.
I mean, I suppose it's better than whatever the hell that movie that John Travolta was in that was based upon the
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, Battlefield Earth. Thank you, thank you, Oliver. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that dreadlocks. That movie sucks so bad.
That movie was terrible. Holy shit!
You know what?
All right,
if Esquivel can work with Wesley Snipes, I can probably work with Vin Diesel on getting a sequel done in comic book form for the last Witch Hunter. I'm gonna do it.
I mean, maybe all you got to do walk up to him. I am Groot. You know, just
love it.
Speak his language.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
speak his language.
I'll say familia, family.
There you go.
Shit.
Exactly. There you go.
Family.
Listen, you start quoting like D&D stats at him, I think you'll be golden. Like, he's an old school D&D nerd.
Song, dude.
The bandolero song. The bandolero song and family. And he'll be all over it.
Exactly. Yes. There you go. Now you got a plan.
Vin Diesel puts a fucking restraining order on me.
Which, I mean, it could happen.
Hey, it might be worth it.
And hell, bitches.
Bitches. This is the other story that I'm drawing.
Oh, shit.
And, yeah, this was all Brian's idea. And, I don't know.
I had nothing to do with it.
Man, look at that TTA
really,
all the way.
He seemed to really like retarded shit. I don't know.
Clip that.
Brian likes the dumb shit. I don't know what's wrong with it.
The dumb shit. I mean,
pays me to
yes,
draw it,
corsets and fishnets. I can see.
I meant like
very
for me,
dumb.
For example, you know, like I was telling you, like I'm into like the horror things, and you know, like Brian is more into like everything that's fun and like really like crazy and over the top. And for this one, I think he just wanted like to have demons with big boobs in the story or something like that. I think that was the whole origin of this. But
oh no, it sounds terrible. I'm totally.
Yeah, but like he sent me all this
offended.
reference for the characters, and he wanted this like 1950s rockabilly type of girls.
Oh yeah,
like, those rock and roll
rockabilly
girls.
aesthetic. I can totally see.
And he wanted to mix it with like demons and ghouls. And I think the story is about like Satan sending the demons to like recover some magical stones or something. But if you put them outside the image,
Satan's sin stones have been stolen by a
Yeah,
gang
you can
of
actually see some
ghouls
of the
in hopes of
interiors.
using their power.
Yeah.
Somebody stole Satan's nuts.
You can
They
actually see
ganked
some
his
of the
stones,
interior
man. That ain't
to
cool.
scroll.
Oh shit, that would be a good twist. At the end of the day, it was just his nuts.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's some of the interior art that I did.
Oh, look at you playing around with the Zipatone and the brush inks. You having
Yeah,
fun with
actually,
this,
this
aren't
is
you, man?
all the zip is digital. All the gray tones are
Uh-huh.
digital. And, yeah, but I guess this will be more of my. I was trying to go kind of for like a classic comic book style for this one.
Sure. Yeah.
Because the whole rockabilly thing, 1950s kind of stuff, and that's also the why I try to use all the screen tones for the grays. And yeah,
Oh,
actually
yeah.
for this one too, I'm doing something that I never did in any of the comics before. I'm doing really weird things with the panels. I'm making everything very dynamic, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah, even with this one, that's kind of more of my regular style, I guess you can call it.
Sure.
I'm still trying like new things with the art, So yeah, I
Excellent.
think there's a lot of really cool stuff, in the art and the stories here.
Hell yeah. So much variety of fucking story going on here. I mean, look at those.
Oof, that's gonna be a kick-ass one too.
The Ape Apocalypse, a dwarfs versus Junkman story. Oh shit.
Yeah, so we're Brian and we're trying to like explore certain characters from the Dwarves versus Junkman crossover that we're
Right.
planning on for probably next year. So we have a ton of characters, very interesting characters.
Yeah.
So we thought, oh man, we need to like explore each like character or certain character because they're very visually interesting and their backstory is like we can't tell that in the main comic because I mean the main comic is gonna be pure fights, pure violence, pure gore. So I mean, there's not gonna be much room for
the
story.
main event.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to like spotlight certain characters in the GÜEY Zine. So for this issue, we're gonna talk about Arrogant Ape's character, which is the ape. So we're gonna talk about how he came to be, how he's gonna meet up with the rest of the dwarves in the battlefield in the junkyard with fighting off Junkman. So it's gonna be a very very cool story right there.
So wait, time out, real quick. Arrogant Ape is actually going to be a fucking ape in the story running around with a dwarf. Fucking ape, I didn't know that.
Fantastic.
So we're gonna explain why his pecs are exposed and all that shit, and why is he fighting off zombies and
he
all
shaves.
that stuff.
That's the long and short of it. He shaves. That's all. Yeah. That's fucking great.
Funny,
And
so
Dario's drawing it. So
yeah.
if you dug the Kryptonos, I mean, you're gonna get more of that here.
Hell yeah.
Guys,
So
and
this is set in the same universe as Dwarves versus Lions.
I mean, it's gonna be yes or no because it's more set in Undead Border. The Undead Border.
Oh, okay. So it's more set in the Undead Border universe.
So
okay.
so these guys come over to our playground, right? The Undead Border playground.
Nice.
So there's gonna be like a crossover between these two companies, these two sets of characters, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's more in the Dwarves versus Junkman universe, right? The new book that we're gonna make.
I mean, it is like a sequel in spirit. I think that's what Brian was describing it, but it's gonna be its own thing also.
Like a soft reboot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Probably, maybe, I don't know. So it's gonna, and I'm gonna try to make it canon with Undead Border. So I don't know how we're gonna make that possible, but it's gonna be interesting, a challenge.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean that's what writers do, right? Like
exactly. Exactly. That's what writers do. They figure shit out. They make shit work.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that it might sound super arrogant of me, and I guess it's fitting because we're talking about Arrogant Ape. But you want the dopest shit, you get it from us, man. So I think it's that easy.
Well, and look at the sheer variety of story here. You know, the variety of artwork, the different styles, different tones, different, just different. I don't know.
Why the cricket
like I
go
said,
off when
different
you went right in
tones.
Puto versus Puto? Ali, you did that on purpose, you son of a bastard.
What?
Your cricket phone.
Oh shit!
Yeah, as soon as it went right over Puto versus Puto, you heard the cricket, like, nah.
I was wondering if like somebody had a cricket hanging out, like
That's not-
Jiminy hanging out on their desk or something like that. Okay, that's your phone going off. All right, I see.
Puto
I see.
Ali.
Ollie giving all of us crickets up in here. Okay. But
It's programmed to do that,
Shit.
Rich. Sorry.
But earlier I was talking and the cricket went off, and I was like, "God damn it! Am I that boring?"
was that bad? Holy fuck! What's going on here? Damn. Yeah, but look at all the sheer variety of style and tone and story going on here, and on their own website, doing it for themselves. So stretch goals. Let's talk about those. What?
I mean, right now we only have that one unlocked. I mean, it's not even unlocked because we haven't reached that goal yet.
Right.
But it's gonna be a cover treatment, like a color. It's gonna be colorized now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's gonna be UV or like it's gonna have that kind of treatment. But for now, it's just gonna be colored, like just one tone, guys. Because I mean, we have to keep with the spirit of the zine, no?
Sure.
The DIY.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and also for the stretch goals, Brian wanted to do something different. You know, like the thing about the stretch goals being locked to make them a little bit more interesting, I guess, a little more mysterious.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I mean, that's part of it. Yeah, totally.
yeah, but like the one thing that you can know about the stretch goals is that they are all going to be art related. You know, they are all going to be to make the cover better or to add like little things to the actual product. You know,
Also, it's gonna be artistic, like very
Yeah.
artistic. It's gonna like wake up your interior. How you say your interior vandal? No, because you might want to like hit the streets and
Yeah,
do something with these stretch goals. I mean,
you're gonna want to
you'll
buy
know-
a
you'll
fat
know
marker.
yeah.
You're gonna want to buy a fat marker. You're gonna want to sticker slap something, and not
Yeah.
saying we promote vandalization
Oh,
or we
shit.
condone it, but you know, if you
I'm-
happen to do that,
We will
ain't nobody
provide you
stopping
shit
you.
to do what you please with it.
You'll be inclined to decorate the streets
That's
and
right.
say hi. Yeah, I hear you.
It's all about
Nice.
art, guys. It's
Yeah.
freedom of expression and shit.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and absolutely fitting with the theme and the the feel of the zine.
Yes.
Okay, so when are you guys looking to fulfill this epic
I think it's at the
48
top.
page?
I think it's at the
anthology?
top.
Oh, it might have
100%
been. I probably scrolled right by it.
Am I wrong,
Scroll
guys?
it, scroll it,
Am I
scroll
making them
it.
scroll for nothing?
What was it, guys? What was it? I wasn't.
When are we fulfilling?
What's the deadline? Yeah.
Oh,
there's
Yeah,
March.
so
There you go.
it was March. Yeah, March 20.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
but hopefully we can finish it earlier because I mean a lot of us already have half of our stories already done, you know, or maybe
Yeah.
more than that, you know. So probably even sooner than that, you know.
Okay.
Well, that's a good thing too. Like, I think we've all learned that from our campaigns and doing cool stuff like that, and just being aware. It's like you set a date, but you want to make sure that your shit is done way before then. You don't want to be
Exactly.
fucking around with that. But yeah,
I don't know if it was this stream or it was the last stream, but talking about like lessons learned from campaigns, I know that a lot of people have decided to put the ship date out a lot further just in case, and God, Yahweh, Odin forbid, something happen in the printing process. You have a little bit of a buffer, so people aren't breathing
Oh, I
down your neck.
bypassed that whole thing by not putting a date.
I'll give you.
Maybe you
You
can't
know,
disappoint
living
her
in
if you didn't make a
fucking,
promise.
3022 over here. We all just like, continuing in 2022.
Let me also give you another tip, right? Since we're on that topic about what I've learned from crowdfunding and the process,
Yeah.
raise more money.
yeah.
Deep thoughts with Wazzy. Yes. Raise more money.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. I mean, the more money you raise, the more money you can, put back into your projects. Fuck yeah. And diversifying into different avenues, finding different ways to make money,
No, I just blow it on strippers, but wow.
I mean, I suppose that's I suppose that's viable. I mean, may not be sustainable, but I mean, I suppose that's, you know, however you want to live your life, brother. I ain't gonna judge.
I'm kidding.
Mm-hmm. Candy and hookers, you know.
I don't know about the hookers.
All right, so we've gone over the stories that are going to show. We've gone over the campaigns. We know when it's going to be fulfilled. Hot damn, what a fucking cool project. I love seeing I love seeing something different. The ingenuity. I had Aldous and Steve Dye on talking about Rocket, and that's a whole different beast. You know, that's they've got some comic stuff in there as well, but they're doing interviews and whatnot. And this is like a shonen type thing. You know, a bunch of different stories, all black and white, just very, very shonen in its delivery.
Yeah,
And
even the format. I
cool.
don't think we mentioned the format, but it's going to
No,
be
actually,
A5
I'm
size.
curious.
Yeah, it's going to be A5.
So okay.
So pretty much like a manga, basically, you know.
So it's gonna be like the manga ashcan size, like
Yeah.
the traditional.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's gonna be okay. So that's gonna be a nice little compact bit of story.
I think that was also like the whole idea behind this. It was something that we can do quick and deliver to the people real quick, and so they can be entertained. You know, I guess between each of our campaigns, just like a little quick thing that people can read and have fun with it. You know.
Yeah. I mean, why wait years
that was
to
also
get?
like that was also the idea behind shonen, right? Just something that kids could read, you know, and it was disposable back in the days, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, you read this, but
just put out on a regular basis, and whatever grabbed hold of the imagination, that's what got collected, from what I understand. You know, and this is a great way to, you know, get a diverse story. I mean, that word has been so tossed around and it's almost meaningless now.
Yeah, it exists.
Yeah. Get different stories told from different perspectives and different art styles, and a GÜEYthology, as we've titled it, is the best way to do that. You know,
The best
I
way
love
to
seeing
do
this
that.
shit. The best GÜEY to do that. There we go. See, just GÜEY everywhere. Just GÜEY all over the walls. But $15 for 48 pages with a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different artwork, a bunch of different styles from a killer's row of fucking artists. And they got t-shirts and hoodies and sketch cards that you won't be getting at these prices. I really wish that the fucking drop down would show, but whatever. Just picture with me now. It's gonna drop down with Esquivo, Oliver, Juanito, Rich Ayala, Domo, and Dario. $50 for a sketch card. Jump on it. And if you feel so inclined, you got a project that you want to pitch to everybody, and you know that this is the audience that will jump on it, go ahead and jump on the advertising. Mm-hmm. That's a fucking cool thing, man. You know, and that's kind of part of like the whole networking thing. You know, you see somebody that is putting something out, and you know their audience. They know their audience is going to pick it up, right? You know you've got a project that will ping with that audience. You advertise with them, so you get some new eyes that may not have seen you before. It's a great fucking idea, you know. So your new favorite zine is here. ComicsGuey is a collective of awesome creators with a shared mission to tell stories the way we want. We aren't here to follow trends or be part of a group. After all, once you read a Guey Zine, you'll be following our lead, because we are more than a bag of tamales. Damn fucking right. Jesus.
Truer words never spoken.
Oh. I thought somebody I had to look at the date when I saw that fucking tamales cover. I had to look at the date. I was like, is this April Fool's? Did I fucking fall asleep? Did I miss part of the year? What the fuck is happening?
And yeah, it's just kind of been like a running joke amongst us too.
Yeah.
Like, bag of tamales. Really?
Great. Really? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Kyle Rayner like Korean or Japanese or something? Like what does Kyle Rayner have to do with tamales? I was so fucking confused.
I think he has a
so
part Mexican ancestry or something like that.
I think they were doing that for every DC character, right? I think during that time.
Heritage, Hispanic
Yeah,
heritage.
the heritage.
I think it was every
yeah,
Hispanic. Because
all
even
the
like
Hispanic
was it the Amazonian had a cover too? One of the Amazonian or something like that. One of the female characters. But
oh
anyway,
yeah, the Wonder
Okay.
Woman, the new one, Yara
the
Flor.
Brazilian one.
Then, yeah. Then they had Jessica Cruz and what's her name? Renee Montoya as the Question. Yeah, they had all of those characters.
Bad move, man. Bad move.
Yeah. Still no love for my girl Fire from Brazil. I'm so pissed every time they don't use her.
And your
Yeah. Well, it's not like you have people that are, concerned with the characters and actually diving into the mythology to look for something. No. Is this a recognizable character? Can I change them? And I don't know. Yeah. But difference here, original characters, original stories. Go now. Grab a copy. $15. Trust me, you've spent $15 on worse things. Yes, I'm looking at you. All right.
Those hotel porns are kind of expensive, man.
Exactly. Yeah. Wrapped in courthouse. Yeah. Okay. See, I'm trying not to focus on the tamales because I'm actually kind of hungry. So that's it's not fair. So yeah. Dude, tamales would be badass. Sorry, I live in Indiana and fucking miss good tamales. Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. So I'm officially hungry now, and yep. So you guys, thank you so much for coming to hang out and promoting this unique project, which I think we might see more anthologies like this, and I hope we see more GÜEY Zines.
No, that's good though.
In the future.
That is the plan.
Yeah.
What I mean, how many do you? I mean, I know you plans and pie in the sky and whatnot, but how many issues do you guys think that you guys have in you as of right now?
I mean, right
ballpark.
now we're planning it to be quarterly, right? Like
Yeah,
Yes.
Four issues a
All
year.
right.
yeah.
We can get
Right
enough
on.
and get a subscriber count going, then we'll actually try and step it up to monthly. But we'll see.
Oh shit! All right. If the
Yeah, so
demand
we are
is there and
definitely
the customers want it,
Yep.
Yeah,
we'll
and
definitely
then we
take
will
it.
deliver.
Also, this type
Hell
of
yeah.
project is we're looking at distribution, like taking it to comic shops, bookstores, record
fuck
stores,
yes, man.
all those places, even cons. Man, this is a perfect con project, I think, because $15, man, it's cheap.
15 $15 at a con is great.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's the plan, guys. Let's make
Support
it
the
happen.
way.
Let's make it happen.
GÜEY Zine made with love, tears, and frustration. Buy one today.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
What they got to do is draw GÜEY
Jesus.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you can expect
Damn.
some shit like that in the future somehow, some way.
We're gonna
We parody, we fuck around, man. Like we're gonna have
Excellent.
a
we're
good time.
gonna roast some IPs from the guys we know, so that's gonna be
Nice.
pretty
It's
interesting.
gonna be fun.
I hope they don't get mad though.
It's all said and good fun. It's just a joke.
Yeah. It's just all
Yeah,
fun.
Feline,
man.
I'm glad you didn't send me your dinner pic before the stream as well. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Provocative.
Oh, listen, that woman knows how to cook amazing food.
Love it.
Since I got back, I've been eating rather plainly. and I ain't afraid to admit it.
Ramens and what?
Just what? No, I haven't sunk down to ramen just yet. But it's just I don't have the flair for flavor. I guess it's just I don't know. Oh, what's up, Aldous? How you doing, man? We are actually just getting to wrap up here. Yeah,
we're going to 80s Made right now. So
you guys got that's right. You guys got another stream to go to. What time? 11.
Yeah, more or less.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wrap up. Go over to 80s Made. While you're over there, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Tell them Death Metal Heroes.
And back the scene.
And back the magazine, the GÜEY Zine. And thank you all so much for coming to hang out. And we will see you next time. Bye, Val Walker.